Come on. Get yourself together, woman.
All right, welcome into Jersey Chasers, guys. Christy and I are here. Such a weird day, Christy. Such a weird day. How has your day been?
It really has been. Now that you mention it, like, it has been a super, super weird day. Like, there's just been crazy things going on. Well, this whole week, like, actually starting with Monday. But I think I'm getting a cold now because my husband made me leave the house over the weekend.
I told you. I told you before the show. I don't leave the house unless it's for something monumental. There's so much going on. But we got an action-packed show for you. Got a couple segments. We got a couple fun things going on. As always, please follow us wherever you get your podcasts on YouTube, on the Inside Edge Network. You can find us. We have so much coming up for 2026. But let's get it started with some NFL news. Black Monday struck hard this week. There were 5 coaches so far that have been fired in the NFL. Raheem
Yeah.
Morris of the Falcons, Kevin Stefanski for the Browns, Pete Carroll for the Raiders, Jonathan Gannon for the Cardinals, and last night, of course, we had John Harbaugh for the Ravens. Christy, what was the most surprising firing to you?
It wasn't surprising. I didn't think Don Harbaugh getting fired was like,
Surprise.
I kind of, and not because they have a losing record. And I'm sorry, once again, StreamYard is like messing with our connection so bad. So hopefully it'll even itself out and clear up. But yeah, I kind of had a feeling that John Harbaugh was going to be let go when I heard rumors that like him and Lamar were having problems. And it's almost like, okay, when you hear about the coach and the quarterback having problems, they're obviously going to get rid of somebody. And I think that Lamar has a contract that it was going to be John. So
Honestly, I wasn't surprised either. I thought after the game against the Steelers, so if you don't know, the Ravens lost the last minute game against the Steelers on Monday night. No, Sunday night, sorry, excuse me, Sunday night on a last minute field goal attempt to take the lead and win the game. And I had a feeling that whoever lost that game was going to get fired. If Mike Tomlin would have lost that game, oh my God, it would have been his first losing season in Pittsburgh. Fans are already kind of done with him, especially if they would have lost to both the Browns and the Ravens in back-to-back weeks, that would have been like, no, you gotta go. You gotta go.
that would have been amazing.
That would have been crazy. But I kind of knew,
Yeah,
I
I
was
would have
like,
loved that.
one of the two, we're gonna have to go. Now, of course, I think I told you a couple weeks ago that there was an anonymous Reddit post from said somebody's ex-girlfriend. A lot of people think it's Zay Flowers' ex-girlfriend. And she kind of this anonymous Reddit poster was like, "Hey, there's a lot of stuff going on in Baltimore that you don't know. One of the big things is that none of the team wants Harbaugh back." So I wasn't surprised, but I was surprised because I didn't think they would actually do it. So now we have a total of 5 teams so far that are going to be looking for head coaches. Kevin Stefanski, 6 seasons, 2 playoff bursts, one playoff win.
Yep.
Ironically enough, against the Steelers, 2 Coach of the Years, a couple people were Comeback Player of the Year. He coached a number of Pro Bowlers, NFL records. He kind of took the Browns reshaped them, turned them around to where people have now taken them seriously over the last few years. What do you think lost him the coaching job this season?
Well, obviously, like, he went through too many quarterbacks, um, like, not just this season, but as a whole since he's been there. I think he's gone through too many quarterbacks, and a lot of people have tried to pin it on the players, not getting along in the locker room, and like I said, Miles knows the plan. He got his sack record, and I kinda had a feeling Kev was he's nice to look at on the sidelines, but that's about it, you know? We don't need we don't need our cheerleaders on the sidelines. We have our role players to cheer for, you know? Because men have cheerleaders, so, like, Marcus was giving me shit the other day because I said something about Coach Stefanski being good looking, and you gotta admit, the man is a very good looking man. And if the guys can have the cheerleaders on the field, why can't we have something good to look at, like, in between plays besides the football players?
I mean, he was my playoff crush. I'm not even gonna lie. I every time I would look at Kevin Stefanski, I'm like, wow, that is an attractive man. But I think honestly, I think the biggest thing that kind of lost
Yes.
him this season, just a gorgeous man. But I think the thing that lost him this season was the Dylan Gabriel fiance drama. Once that whole thing happened, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. So now the Browns are back to square one. I do think they
Well, I
should
mean,
keep Jim Schwartz. They need to. They need to. Do you think they need to?
yes.
Who would you want the coach to be?
Of course, needs to keep Forsey. If we could get him as a head coach, I think that would be amazing. Um, and sorry, of course, StreamYard's been screwing with me here, so I didn't exactly what you're saying, but I'm trying to get the gist of it. I'm pretty much sure I got the gist of it. And like I said, I would love Schwartz to please, please, please stay in Cleveland and possibly be that head coach because I think he has built such a good rapport with the defense that offensive players are definitely going to take notice, you know, and I think everybody's ready to follow this guy. I think that he'd be a great leader. He's already in house. He's already, you know, been with the organization for a couple seasons now. So it would be the smart decision to move him up into that position. And I hope they talked to him about that today. I'm not sure, you know, but then who would they get to be put in his position?
Well, honestly,
Those are going
don't
to be big
know.
shoes to fill.
Yeah. I thought that they probably should keep Jim Schwartz. I think that they should probably go after like a Brian Flores. I thought Brian Flores actually did really good when he was in Miami. I thought he got the shit end of the deal towards the end there. A lot of people blamed him for the whole Tua situation, and of course, it's come out that he probably wasn't the blame for the whole Tua situation. So I think if he's on the market, of course,
Of course.
I honestly, whoever they choose, I just please no John Harbaugh. I'm begging you guys, no John Harbaugh. And I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, but he's from Ohio and he has Ohio roots." No, mm-mm. Please no. I'm begging you.
No, I
No.
don't care. I agree with you. No, I agree with you. So, you know, of course, somebody said Coach Cowher just bought a house in Strongsville recently, like within the
Bill
last month.
Cowher? I
Yeah.
mean, Strongsville is a very nice area. It is an extremely nice area. So, I mean, if you wanna just chill, yeah, you can just chill, but no, Bill Cowher is not coming out of retirement to coach the Browns. Absolutely not. What kinda crack are they smoking? The hell?
I don't think so either.
But speaking of the Browns,
I'll
congratulations
have to
are
ask
in
him later.
order. Yeah. Congratulations are in order to Miles Garrett, the single season sack record. Woo! Christy represent. Represent. Is
I
Miles
was so
Garrett.
excited. I was at I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's StreamYard. Look, it's okay. It's
What?
all right. I was gonna
Okay.
say,
So
is he
when
gonna
he I hate this. Our show is going about as shitty as I feel. All right, so I'm just gonna continue with what I was saying. Okay, so Sunday, my husband dragged me out of my house. We went to his best friend slash our best man 50th birthday party. It was his birthday party at Buffalo Wild Wings, and he happens to be a Steelers fan. So I'm sitting in this bar, and I've never in a bar that is so quiet in my whole entire life. And all of a sudden, I'm watching history happen in front of me, and it like I start, of course, my football Tourette's starts coming out, and I start yelling and screaming at the TV, and I'm jumping up and down, and everybody in the whole entire bar looks at me. And I didn't care because I was like, oh my God, he got it. He got the record. And like I said, quietest bar I've ever been in during a football game. But oh well, it was amazing. I was so happy. Hi, Lala. I love you, girl. Lala's my sister. I love her so much. Do you know Lala?
No, I currently don't know how
Lala's
I'm
got
just
connections.
oh, Lala, you gotta have to come on the show. Yeah, if you rewatch this and you say, "Why are Autumn and Christy talking over each other?" We're not talking over each other. The stream is not it's not getting us on the same track.
No,
But congratulations to Miles. Will he go down
he
as
blows.
the greatest yes, the greatest defensive player that the Browns have ever had, or is he one of the top defensive players of all time?
Oh, he's definitely one of the top defensive players of all time. He will definitely be in the Hall of Fame, and not just because of, that sack record. I mean, he's an unbelievable specimen no matter what. Like, as a human, he's just awesome. So,
Yeah, I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go down in history. But let's move on to some more NFL news. We have the playoff stage set. Here is the playoff picture as of this coming playoffs. Christy, who you got?
yes. Okay. I'm going to go Texans over Steelers. And
Mhm.
then I'd really like to see the Jags over the Bills, but I think that the Bills are probably going to win that one. And then I'm pulling for Patriots over the Chargers. Over on the other side, I'll say LA over Panthers, Eagles over San Fran. Uh, is Jordan Love playing right now for Green Bay? Why was he not playing last weekend?
He was hurt the week before, but he is gonna play this week.
Okay, I'm gonna say Green Bay then over the Bears.
It's actually some pretty good pick. I'm gonna go Texans over Steelers as well. As much as I think the Jags are a talented team, I'm still gonna go Bills because of the experience.
Yeah,
Chargers, New England. I'm gonna go New England just because of Mike Vrabel. LA and the Panthers. I'm gonna go LA because LA is like eons better than the Panthers, and the Panthers are actually a really good team this year. Um,
yeah, all right.
I'm gonna go Eagles over San Fran as well because just I think as hot mess of an Eagles team as it is, they're still extremely talented, and I would love for the chaos of Chicago to win over Green Bay,
Yeah.
but I just feel like Green Bay is gonna beat Chicago. Green Bay has had some weird losses this year, but I think they're gonna pull it out and they're gonna
We were the
beat.
first one.
Yeah, yeah. Some weird losses, but, I think yeah,
Yeah, I think the
I think they're
Bears' run is over, but I also am hoping that the Steelers' run is over, and, "Oh, look, my friend from childhood, Chad Campbell's watching. He's a Steelers fan." Steelers. Alright, prost.
as much as I think the Steelers are I well, we know DK Metcalf is coming back this week, after his 2-game suspension. I still don't trust Aaron Rodgers that much, this point in his career. I know he's Aaron Rodgers. I know people love him, but I don't really trust him that much at this point. I do think the Texans have a really good defense. They have a stellar defense, but I think that the Texans can pull it out, and the Steelers are not gonna get another playoff win.
Fingers crossed.
I swear, you guys, when you hear this or
Oh,
when you
no, no,
watch
what
this,
happened?
I
What happened
swear
now?
you lagged for so long that I thought it logged you out.
Oh, good lord. I'm telling you, like, it's working how I feel today. This is no
I'm
bueno.
gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. This is hilarious. Oh my god. Oh, just a hilarious show.
No,
But
don't do
let's
that.
just
Alright, you catch your breath. Um,
all right. I'm
after
good.
we
I'm
just
good.
got told we were doing so well. Are you
Okay.
sure?
I'm breathe. Okay. I'm gonna speed through some other
Nope, not
sports
anymore.
news. I'm gonna speed through. The Raiders
Alright.
get the number 1 pick
I'm gonna sit here and be
in the
quiet while you do
year.
that so we can get through it quicker.
The Raiders get the number 1 pick. Kirk Cousins ends up reworking his contract to stay with the Falcons, even though that's crazy. Unrivaled started this week. We got a whole host of teams with WNBA players. Unfortunately, OSU loses to Miami in a New Year's Eve thriller. Matt Eberflus is let go of the Cowboys, and then the NBA trade deadline is in a month. And Trey Young, Anthony Davis, and Giannis are among notable names involved. So let's go into a segment where I'm gonna call New Year's resolutions, athlete edition. Christy, we're gonna give some New Year's resolutions for some athletes or some sports teams this year, just to keep them motivated, just to keep it going. I'm gonna start. This is for the Cleveland Guardians. I'm gonna actually win an elimination game this year in the playoffs. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I like it.
What's yours? What's your athlete edition of this?
Love that for them. I'm Jerry Judy, and I'm going to catch every ball that is thrown at me if I remain with Cleveland.
That's a good resolution for
It's a
him.
pretty solid one,
Um,
I think.
yeah, sticking with the Browns. This is speaking from a front office term. I will not sabotage my team going forward. I will not do that at all. I'm going to pick a head coach that is competent, that's not a first
Yes.
year, that's not a random defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator you've never heard of. I'm going to pick somebody that's going to take my team to the next level. I have enough talent on the team. We can do it. We just need a couple more pieces and we're there. So, mm, Brown's resolution, I will not sabotage my team. Next one for you.
Sounds like a great one. Oh, I gotta do another one. Okay. Hmm. Okay. I'm Deion Sanders. My resolution is to not be all up in the Browns organization's ass. My son gets the starting quarterback position next season. I will let them do their jobs. I will cheer him on from afar and not interfere.
That's a great resolution for Dion. I want him to follow that. Um, I think he will? Absolutely not. Absolutely. But do I want him to? Of course.
That's all right. We have this recorded.
Yeah. We can put it out on social media. Last but not least, now this one's a far-fetched one so far. Even though they're doing well, I will make it to the conference finals. I want this so bad for Donovan Mitchell. I want it so bad for him to make the conference finals. He's been putting in the work. They're on a win streak. They're doing well right now. They're starting to get healthy at the right time. For the Cavs, I will make it to the conference finals.
Like it.
Do you have any
I'm on
more,
board with that.
Christy? You have any more?
No, and you said yours was the last one anyway, so.
Cool. Let's move over to some pop culture news. We're going to talk about some pop culture stuff. Real quick. Another thing that I think we need to do for 2026, give some pop culture predictions for this year. What do you think is going to happen pop culture wise this year?
Well, we already know that since the year ended and the finale came out for Heated Rivalry, and I did finally watch it, and I did bawl my eyes out through the whole entire thing, just about. That has become the biggest pop culture phenomenon. And like, I think it took the last episode coming out for people to really like, I mean, the first 2 episodes, they grab you, they suck you in, like oh, I shouldn't say it like that. But it is definitely attention grabbing. Oh, I shouldn't say it like that either. The first 2
Hilarious.
episodes really make you wanna watch the rest of the series. Actually, and he and I have discussed before. He and I have become even closer now because of this show, which I'm not just oh man, and I'm looking and I keep buffering, and every time I freeze, my face looks awful and I have no makeup on, and this is just yeah. So I'm just gonna sit like this now. So that way, if I freeze, at least I'm smiling. My eyes are kind of open. I
Yeah,
wish I was a ventriloquist.
I was gonna get to Heat Rivalry right after this. My pop culture prediction is that Nene Leakes will return to the Real Housewives universe. We need some Nene in here. She is amazing. I love her. But no, let's actually talk about Heat Rivalry. They have blown up. When I say everybody is watching this show, everybody is watching the show. Miley Cyrus commented on it. Um, Hunter Williams, the lead no, Hudson Williams, the lead in the show, he was on Andy Cohen's FM radio show today, And then he's going to be on Jimmy Fallon later on today. Connor Story, who plays Ilya, he actually presented the nominations for the actor awards today. He's going to be on Seth Meyers next week. Like when I say everybody, Raul, you cannot do this to me again, man. You cannot do this to me again. This is the second time you've done this to me. Um, no, I hate a rivalry.
Oh,
I
yeah? So
actually
you
was
know Raul?
Yeah, I know Raul. Raul did this to me once before during the Browns pregame. He cannot do this to me again. Um, no, ironically
Yes, Whedon is
enough,
still under that flag.
yeah,
The real Whedon has never shown back up. Anyway, sorry.
again, a 32-year-old rookie. I talked about this already. I don't want to get into him. But ironically enough, one of my favorite drag queens, Katya, she was talking about it on her podcast. And she was like, the reason why she thinks it resonates with people so well is that it's just a love story. There's no death, there's no dying, nobody's hooked
Yeah.
on drugs, nobody's trying to kill each other, nobody's trying to sexually assault each other. It's just a love story. Now, is it frustrating? Absolutely, because it's still got to have some conflict, but
Mhm.
it's just a love story and it's nothing like bad happening
Yeah.
in the show. And I think that's why anyone who's watched it has gravitated to it because it's like, well, it's about hockey, but it's not about hockey. It's just about two people who happen to play hockey
Yeah.
falling in love. And I think that's just like the overall
Yep.
like beauty of the show. And I know you texted me after episode 6, boohoo crying. Everybody after episode 6 was boohoo crying, especially the ending where they're just in the car. And you could tell, like, with the ending that they did not
Yeah.
expect this show to blow up.
It's just driving off. No.
Like, they truly
Like, they were
didn't.
driving off into the sunset, literally.
Like, they have just blown up. But speaking of things that have been blown up, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, the other phenomenon.
Yeah.
Let me tell you,
Oh my goodness.
let me tell you, the Greek tragedy for her, that lady, oh, just
I messaged you
reading them
about that
all
too.
for filth. Just reading them all for filth. Calling them all two-faced, saying they're old, saying that that they should do better. Heather's so drunk that she's slurring her words. Mary being the only one cognizant and being like, guys, clearly there's something wrong with her and she doesn't want to talk about it. Meredith, once again, high as a kite. You cannot convince me that that lady is not high off of Xanax at all. Like, clearly, okay.
The way she switched.
Okay, so I gotta ask a question. Do you believe Bronwyn? Well, I believe Bronwyn. I do believe Bronwyn. But do you believe Bronwyn when she came to Meredith and was like, Meredith, you came to me off camera and asked me about the lunch, and now that we're sitting in each other's
Oh, yeah.
faces, you're like, I never said that.
Right. And then so, okay, how upset Bronwyn got about it, and then later on, when they were at the Greek tragedy and, Meredith finally, like, kind of admitted to talking to her, but of course, she wasn't trying to get information from her, and she wasn't trying to dig, or anything like that, she wasn't trying to twist it like Bronwyn was trying to twist it, and Bronwyn has a point. Like, she has gotten so much info out of from or Meredith has gotten so much info out of Bronwyn. Like, I can understand why Bronwyn would feel like a spy, especially since she hasn't been on the series since it started. Like, she's still fairly new. Um, so I think that Mary should have spoken up long before she did, though.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, last week or last episode, they had a lunch and Mary kind of came to all the ladies and were like, guys, I'm extremely concerned about Meredith. I think something is wrong, something is going on. And this is not only just I don't think it's just stemming from the plane incident. I think it's stemming from things that are happening off camera. And then the plane incident is probably that thing that just pushed it
Yeah,
over the
I think their
edge.
relationship has changed. Mhm.
So they were all at lunch talking about it. And then I guess after the lunch and after everything that happened, because they got kicked out of two places that day also as well, just hilarity. But after that,
I forgot about
yeah, they got kicked out of two places. Yeah, remember? But no, after that happened, they were talking, and I can understand why Braun was like, "You're using me as a spy," because the last time that happened, it was right after the plane incident. They were all at lunch, and Meredith just is like, "Well, I
Mhm.
heard you did that, 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 that," and Bronwyn was like, "Well, clearly you got that information from me. You clearly got it from me."
Yeah.
So, I think in that moment when
Mhm.
Bronwyn's talking to her and she's like, "Bronwyn, I never said that." She's like, "Oh, this lady will never go to war for me. This lady will never have my back. She truly just wants me for information."
Mhm.
Now, again, this episode, that's how it starts. Then they talk to this lady who is writing this play about them. They do a photo shoot, like a rainbow photo shoot. The play is just reading them for filth.
Beautiful photo shoot, by the way.
Beautiful photo shoot, the play reading them for filth. Just like that first 30 seconds, I'm like, "Oh my god." Like, whoo! So then after the play, they all sit down and they all start having heart to hearts. And I actually look, I don't really like Baby Gorgeous like that little Baby Gorgeous, but I think that was the first and last moment we're ever gonna see her that human.
Who, Lisa?
Mhm.
Oh, I totally agree. I was so glad to see how they portrayed her and how in the Greek tragedy and how the play had her seem. And you're right. I think that for a few minutes before it became all about Meredith, she was being honest. I think that she does feel like she has a lot to prove to herself. And she obviously uses all of her things as, trophies, which in some ways, a lot of us do. I'm very proud of all my, trophies and stuff, but I don't I don't run around going, I've got an autographed Nicholas Chubb helmet. Look at that. You know, I don't run around like, here's my Cartier that's like $50,000. I lost my $22,000 ring. It, we're proud of our things. People can see her things, so she doesn't have to brag about them. Like, and for a couple minutes, I thought that it was finally getting into her head, but I think it sank right back down to her kinkles.
I honestly, Lisa is just one of the most out of touch people I've ever seen on television to ever exist. Um, that's just saying a lot. But we end the episode. I okay. So I'm gonna say this. Look, Heather is trying so hard to have her she's trying to have a three-peat.
Oh, poor
She's look, the year before, it was the text message game that was crazy. Year before that, it was the Monica situation, and she was
yeah,
clearly trying to have her moment, and I think she just because she got so intoxicated and because it's not coming from a place where you can tell it's like she cares about Meredith. She just wants Meredith to take responsibility for her actions against Heather. But it was like, Heather, what did she do
yeah,
to you? She didn't do anything to you. She did something to Brittany. Her and Brittany made up. And it makes no sense from the Heather point of view. I did think her Meredith and Whitney, like Whitney coming up to Meredith and saying, like, Meredith, the reason why I said what I said is not because I was trying to be malicious or mean, is because I can see the, like, pattern of behavior that, you know, it happened to my dad and happened with my family. And even
Right.
Mary yelling at her, being like, why are we all just sitting here like pretending like there's not a problem? She's like, there is clearly a problem. And you guys, we all talked about it, like, not gonna sugarcoat it. And we all know that Meredith has a problem.
Yeah,
There
but Mary
is
chose to say that at the wrong time. She said that after Meredith got up and walked away. Like, that's why I was so frustrated with Mary, because she's sitting there and Bronwyn's like looking at her. The whole time Meredith is talking about how nothing is wrong with Meredith. Bronwyn's looking at Mary like, what did
like, you
we
gonna
just talk about? What did we say?
yeah, like,
Because Bronwyn went to Mary and explained to her what she felt was going on with Meredith, because the three of them were downstairs chatting late at night. Mary and Bronwyn were going off to bed. Meredith texted Bronwyn, said, "Hey, are you asleep yet?" Bronwyn said, "No." Meredith said, she wanted to talk. And Bronwyn said, "Do you want me to come up there, or do you want to come down here?" Meredith said she wanted her to go up there. So she went up, and we saw the text messages that led up to the meeting. And then Bronwyn said to Mary that Meredith was acting very paranoid, wanting to know what they discussed about at lunch. Bronwyn finally did not give her any information for once.
I'm so
So she's
proud of
telling
her.
Mary all this before the Greek tragedy. Yeah, before the Greek tragedy play thingy. So when Meredith is going off saying she's perfectly fine, there's nothing wrong with her, Bronwyn's looking for to Mary for her to be the voice of reason and finally speak up and say something, because everybody else had. And Mary didn't say anything until Meredith got up and walked away. And it's,
Because
why did she wait until then?
I think it finally clicked for Mary, like, cause look, I love Mary, but Mary lives in Mary Cosby land, okay?
Yes.
She lives in
Yeah,
Mary
that's
Cosby land, in Mary Cosby world, and certain things just don't get
true.
through, and I think at that moment, she finally kinda was like, "Wait, like, this is not we're not gonna get through to her if she just, like, walks off, and we don't address this." I think in that moment, Mary
Yeah,
was just, like, frustrated. I think she was frustrated, and I think she just kinda was like, "You know what? No, we're not gonna keep sugarcoating this. We're not gonna keep beating around the bush. We need to talk about this." And I think
right.
if it woulda came from Mary and Meredith would have absorbed it, but Mary gets interrupted, Whitney comes in, and I think Whitney was trying her hardest, and then Heather drunkenly swoops in, and it's just like, oh, just
Yeah.
just a hot mess. But we got a preview for the three-parter of a
Oh
reunion.
my
I'm
gosh.
so
Yes.
excited. I'm
I'm
so
so
excited.
excited. Thank you for sending that to me, by
And
the way.
Andy Cohen, for the first time, walks off a set.
Yep.
Do you know how mad you have to make Andy to walk off a set? Andy has seen multiple girls fight. He has been pushed
Yep.
by
Multiple
Teresa
guys fight.
Giudice.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's been pushed by Teresa Giudice. He's yelled at people. He's told them to shut up. I've never seen him say, "You know what? I got to get up and walk out because you guys are frustrating me so hard." This reunion is going to
He
be
finally did it.
immaculate. It's gonna be immaculate.
Oh, I
But
cannot
one
wait.
more one more thing about Salt Lake. Um, Monica from a couple seasons ago, she came out with
Mhm.
a TikTok, and of course everybody's been talking about Meredith drinking. We all know Meredith drinks. Everybody knows Meredith drinks,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
But she's in the TikTok, she said, "We're all talking about Meredith drinking, but what about the housewife that was so drunk that had to get their stomach pumped and then told production not to use the footage?" Who did you think that was? Because I know who I think it is.
Oh, you think it's Heather, don't you?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. And you wanna know why I think
Um,
it was? I think it was the Palm Springs episode where she was throwing up on the bus.
mm, that could have been, yeah.
'Cause think about it.
Double A
Who
wants to
else
know
would it be?
how do you piss off Andy Cohen like that? Whitney. No, she doesn't drink that much.
No, Whitney doesn't drink that much. Lisa doesn't drink that much. Like, when I say the
No.
only person that makes sense of who would get that drunk to get there to say, "Production, you better not show me," even though she clearly does ridiculous things, and we all saw her throw up on that bus in Palm Springs. I think it was Heather.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. And it was probably during that trip. So, but I I like Heather. I like to watch her because she truly seems like someone that appreciates what she has now and how lucky she is to be afforded the luxuries that she has. You know, I mean, like, she is very fortunate. And yeah, she's got, the little Botox, like, same day
Oh,
facelift kind of, business and stuff. But like,
Beauty Lab and Laser, guys.
yeah, yeah, I mean, not a sponsor yet. I mean, like, how much work do you think she actually does hands on with that place now? We haven't
None.
even
I
seen it since season 2.
No, they met up in the, Beauty Lab and Laser parking lot this season. That's where they met to when they got on the RV.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
That's
So
right.
I think she's still an owner. I don't think she's just as hands-on as she was when she probably first started the business.
Oh, she's definitely not, you know? Like I said, I think that she's owner in pretty much name and some kind of decisions only, but I think she's taken a huge step back and, she's just raking in the cash from that, which, hey, more power to her. But I like her personality. She just she's fun, and she didn't seem like she was embarrassed to do stuff in front of the cameras,
Oh, no, Heather's
just like
not
Whitney.
embarrassed at all. No. No, Whitney, honestly, I will say this about
Yeah.
Whitney. I think Whitney has had a rough okay, so, let's give our grades for this season. Um, what do you think overall what grade would you give the season?
Because most of it was in Greece and we didn't see, like, anything else besides pretty much their Greece trip, I give it a B minus.
Okay. I give it a B as well. I think the Greece trip I think the crescendo, the high was the damn plane ride and the below deck of it all. And then I think they just didn't
Yeah,
give enough time between the plane ride, below deck, and Greece. And I think that just kind of made the last part of the season
no.
like drag. And it was just like, come on, like I'm sick of this.
Yeah, because
So I'd
I
give it a
can't
B.
even I can't believe that happened all in one season, but then again, this season, I've been watching all 3 seasons of Below Deck, so
Hey,
I
that's a
also
hot mess too.
started, um oh, you wanna talk about a hot mess. Y did you have anything else to say about the Ladies of Salt Lake before we move on?
Um, I do.
First
I
of
have
all.
one more thing to say. There is another thing that happened off camera. Brittany and Jared voluntarily went on Nick Vile's podcast, The Vile Files, and I'm just gonna say this: Jared Osman is one of the worst people to ever cross reality TV. Okay, he needs to go somewhere. He revealed in
He
this,
seems
first of all, he's such a terrible person. So first of all, he said his kids are not speaking to him. He said all of his family members
mm,
have commented on his behavior on the show. He was like, "Yeah, I only did this because of Brittany. I only did this because of Brittany." Oh, by the way, they revealed that the reason why they got together is because Brittany's ex-husband and Jared's girlfriend started dating. That's
oh,
the only reason why him and Brittany
well, I
got
mean, I've
together.
seen it happen before. Not the only
We've
reason.
seen it happen, yeah, no,
Yeah.
so we've seen it happen, but they've broken up a
Mhm.
bunch of times. He said that the last time that they had
Mhm.
broken up before they got back together this time was when she ran into the woods and was like, "I see, this is why I don't talk to you anymore," and I'm breaking up with you.
She had those heels on like this.
And she's like, see, this is why we
Oh,
always
that was
break up.
hilarious.
This is the most accurate thing. She literally said, see, this is why we always break up. I can't do this with you, Jared. According according to both of them, that's when they broke
That
up.
was perfect. All you need is slay hair. What's it called?
Oh, high body count hair. High body
High
count
body count
hair.
hair.
Yeah, all I need is
She
super
trademarked.
stringy. Yeah. Oh, she trademarked it, but
Yeah.
Angie K also revealed last night on Watch What Happens Live that she actually trademarked high body count hair by Angie K. So Brittany just
Oh,
owns the
there you
high
go.
body count hair, but Angie K owns high body count hair by Angie K. But no, so apparently they broke up right after that. They didn't speak. Brittany got into a relationship with that guy. Remember when she brought that guy to whose party was that?
Meredith's
It was no.
birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah, Meredith's birthday. Meredith's birthday. The no, it was the casino
No,
party.
her bat
Angie's
mitzvah.
casino party. No, remember the casino
Oh, yeah,
party?
you're right, you're right, you're right, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
So
very
that
early on.
yeah, that guy is who Brittany was dating, and apparently he's the guy that Brittany dates that like when her and Jared like break up, she goes and dates him.
Mhm, right.
Why did Jared say he found out about it, decided he wanted to get Brittany back? Brittany had blocked him on everything, and the only way he could contact her was through Cameo. So he paid her $15 a message so she respond to him on Cameo. What are we doing
Oh my
here?
god.
A ridiculous couple. Um, but overall, season was great. I give it a B. What's your best moment of the season?
Yeah. Um, I would have to say probably when Bronwyn went off on Meredith. Like,
Okay.
during this last episode, she just let her have it. She's like, "I don't know if you truly don't remember or if you're gaslighting me or, what." And she's like, "But I am just done." And I was like, "Oh, thank God." Like, that was just, and then she walked off. She didn't walk off, she stormed off. It was beautiful. It was magical. I was clapping in my living room for her. That's how happy I was. But, yeah, that was my moment.
My favorite moment is the moment when they're on the boat and Angie K has just recovered from a day of seasickness, and they're talking about Lisa talking about Todd, and Angie was like, "Yeah, you were talking about him to us," and she was like, "With your hair in your
Oh,
face,"
yeah.
and being like,
Oh,
I mean, like, yeah, Todd was making out with my friend, and he was farting.
hey,
Like,
Farland.
I just a beautiful show. Can't wait to talk about um anything, but I just can't wait for this reunion. Let's get to some other things that have happened. So Bruno Mars, he finished his album. I'm excited about that. Bruno Mars is great. I love his music.
That's not
Um,
mine. Yeah.
we got a bunch of music about to release. BTS, popular K-pop group, just announced their comeback. I will be insufferable. Just know I will be insufferable. I will be
Okay.
insufferable.
Thank you for the
I will
warning.
be insufferable.
Thank you for the warning.
Yes. Um, I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, Ashley Tisdale, former Disney star. She came
Oh,
out with an article in the Cut talking
she's being
about her
bullied.
mom group and saying she was being bullied. And then people did their research and found out that the mom group included Megan
I
Trainor, Hilary Duff, and Mandy Moore. And everybody was
Hillary
like,
Duff.
they were like, girl, you're the one that's in the wrong. Like, like, no. So she tried to come out and say, like, that's not the group that bullied me. There was a whole different other group. But no, people have come out and been like, no, girl, you were probably being an asshole.
But it was
But
Hillary
I want
Duff's
to,
husband. So what other
yeah.
group is she in?
So she tried to like so she first of all, she was pushing the article for like 2 months. And then when it caught traction and
Oh,
Hillary Duff's
Jesus.
husband came out and was like, "Yeah, you are clearly talking about my wife and her friend group." She came out and was like, "No, that's not the friend group I was talking about. That's not the mom group. I was talking about a completely different group that I was a part of." And it was like, "Come on, girl. Like just say they don't care for you because of
Sure.
certain things you
And
said and
multiple different
did."
moms.
Yeah, she said that's apparently what she
Right.
said. But I'm gonna tell you, Christy, we're gonna end on what I'm gonna call my niche social media thing for the week. And I want
Okay,
you
well, wait, can I tell you one thing before we end?
yeah,
Because I started watching a new show,
watch the show.
and it is Members Only Palm Beach. And let me tell you, these women,
Monsters Inc.
we think that the ladies of Salt Lake City, oh my God, yes. Oh, and I'll tell you, there's one girl on there that I am so rooting for because she's the youngest, which is crazy that I'm rooting for her because typically I don't root for that generation when they're mixed in with my generation. But the no, she's young. No, she is about your age. But her name, I can't even remember her name off the top of my head because I just really don't feel good. But she's one of the younger girls. She's new to Palm Beach and she's trying to get in with these hoity toity, high society ladies that, have billions of dollars and they do galas and all this. And they don't like her because she seems a little loud. And they also don't like her outfits. Yeah, these are like total mean girls, but they're in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. And the grand dame who passed her golden baton off to the next grand dame of Palm Beach decided to make this girl take etiquette classes. And the funny thing is she was asking the etiquette lady, well, do you think this is proper etiquette? Do you think this is proper etiquette? And when the grand dame knew that she was going to be steamrolled by the lady that's doing the etiquette class, she of course started talking over her and, just totally trying to steamroll the younger girl asking the questions to the etiquette lady. And I was just like, oh, this is just awesome. Like, I love this.
I'm gonna
And
just
I
say
was
this.
actually watching it while I was talking to you earlier, and I had to stop so we could do the show.
I'm gonna say this. I told Christy because she told me about it, and ironically enough, when she told me about it, I've been seeing it on TikTok. I told her the ladies. What did we say they were? Oh, you said they look like drag queens, and I said that's an insult to drag queens. They look like the characters from
It
Monsters
is.
Inc.
Yeah.
They, the one lady that you're talking about, her wig is
Maria.
so bad. Her wig is so bad. I want to snatch it, and I
They
want to be like,
actually showed her they actually showed her doing yoga with the junior grand dame, on the beach, and her name is Maria. She actually goes by DJ Tumble because she is a DJ from Mar-a-Lago. Yeah,
I
and,
just
she looked amazing without makeup on. She really did, but, like, and you could tell each of these women, they've had so much work done, it's ridiculous, not just to their faces, but to, like, their whole entire bodies, and, like, this lady, Maria, she works out a lot, you can tell, I mean, she's got guns on her, she's got a six-pack, and I think part of it might be spray tan, but, I mean, she's very muscular, it just looks like skin is hanging on her stomach, but it's not bad-looking skin either, it's nice and tan, but, I just Maria just she scares me, like, she really does, and she's kinda wacky too, and she's trying to take the other young chick, like, under her wing, but yeah, she's scary. I thought she was a
uh,
dude.
honestly, No, I'm glad Bravo passed on that. They probably looked at that and was like, "Absolutely not. Like, we cannot have
Oh, no,
this
you need to
show
watch
on
it.
here." I
Oh,
do,
you
but
need
I
to
think
watch
I'm
it. You need to watch it. It's
but I know it's a hot mess. But no, my thing that I wanted to tell you about, I don't know if you've heard about it. So, have you heard about the TikToker who um was involved with her friend's husband and then got sued for no, she had to go to court for and like I'm about to okay. I'm about to use the
yeah,
last of my
no.
time to explain this great saga that you need to know.
Alright.
So, there's this girl on
Okay.
TikTok. Her name is Brene. Brene it was married to a guy named Devin. Devin had a cousin named
Okay.
Tim, and Tim had a wife named Akira. Brene became popular on TikTok because she would do these weird, like, mukbangs from Chipotle, and she would wear these nails that would click clack. And so she would be eating, she'd be like slurping the food up, and then everybody would be looking at her nails and just looking at like, oh, this is nasty, right? So she started making content by herself. Then she brought in Devin. Devin was her husband. Then
Okay.
Tim was Devin's cousin, and then they all would start
Mhm.
making content together, right? So people started to
Okay.
notice. I'm gonna say this is about 2 years ago. They started to notice that Devin wasn't in
This
the
is starting to sound
content.
like Mormon wives.
No, this is I'm about to say this is no, no, no. So people noticed that Devin wasn't in the content and they were like, "What's going on?" And then they noticed that Tim was in the content and they were like, "That's weird." So then Tim's wife Akira came out and was like, "Yeah, you guys, me and Tim are getting a divorce because he slept with Brene, his cousin's wife,
Dun,
right?"
dun, dun. Family
I
reunions are gonna be awkward.
oh, you ain't even heard the last of it. So Akira and Tim have 2 kids together. Devin and Brene don't. So Devin and Brene get a divorce. Akira and Tim get a divorce. And then Brene starts copying everything that Akira does. So the way Akira wears her hair, the way Akira dresses, where Akira
Snow White
goes,
female.
her friends, like literally, like everything she does. To the point where Akira built up such a prolific amount of stuff that the girl ended up getting arrested for cyber stalking. So Brene gets arrested for cyber stalking Akira, right?
Good.
So then Akira decides to sue Brene and Tim for alienation of affection and adultery because they live in North Carolina, and in North Carolina you can sue for that.
Right.
So Brene has a lawyer. The lawyer quits on her and she's like, "You know what? I'm going to represent myself."
Oh, Jesus.
They had a 2-week trial. Yeah, a 2-week trial a couple months
Oh my
ago.
god.
It was one of the most hilarious things I've ever seen. It was so funny because Brene like, Akira had a lawyer, the lawyer was professional, everything. Brene, hot mess.
Mhm.
She was representing herself. She was asking people questions like, "But you liked me though, huh? Yeah, you liked me though, right?" Come to
Oh
find
my
out
god.
no, it's even crazier. Come to find out, Brene and
Oh
Tim
my
used
god,
to
that's not the
date.
end of it?
No, 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 it's not even close. So Brene and Tim used to date in high school, and that's how they knew each other. Then, according to sources, she got pregnant. Her parents were like, "Uh-uh, we're getting you out of here. You're going to Baltimore." She also has a twin sister that also slept with him. So her
Oh
and
my
her twin
god.
sister yeah, yeah, her and her twin sister slept with him, and then she married his cousin. So then all of this stuff comes out during trial of how like Tim was still in love with Akira and all this. It was a hot mess. Akira was suing Brene for $1.7 million. She got
Okay.
$1.7 million
Nice. For stealing her man.
for stealing her husband, right? So the courts were like, "Hey, Brene, you got to start paying on this. You got to pay this lady her 1.7 million." Brene makes a payment and the first payment was $2. The court was like, Absolutely not. They put a
Oh,
lien
I know
on
how
every
this is
single one of
gonna
her assets. So then oh, no, I'm about to tell you the even crazier part. So then they go on Tamron Hall because the story went viral. At
Oh my
Tamron
god.
Hall, they were like, "Yeah, no, like, that's not what happened. Everybody will know the truth." And now mind you, also, Devin is also suing Tim, his cousin, for the exact
Right.
same thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Then they went on Dr. Phil. I didn't even know Dr. Phil had a show still,
Oh.
but I guess he does.
Yeah, like, he's supposed to be getting sued or his TV station is, like, going under and they're taking assets of his and, like, liquidating them and
Mhm.
everything. But anyway, that's a whole 'nother story.
So, yeah.
Go ahead.
So then they go on Dr. Phil, and on Dr. Phil, Tim claims that him and Akira were just roommates, that they were never romantically involved, and that they got
But they had
married
2
as a
kids together?
convenience, right? And then he tried to say that, oh, Akira got pregnant on purpose and that she sat on the headboard with her legs up so the stuff will run down so she can get pregnant. It's one of the craziest stories I've ever think. But the cherry on top of the story that came out during the trial to where I was like, "Oh, these 2 people are diabolical." Renee, in order to get into Tim and Akira's house, because she also lived with them too, in order to get
Oh,
into their
good lord.
house, she had to, tell them a story. So she told them that Devin was being abusive and that she needed a place to stay because he was abusing her. She slept with Tim in Akira's house. And then after they got done sleeping together, she asked Akira's son to bring them baby wipes. I need you to go on
Oh,
TikTok and
hell
look
no.
this up. This story is like
I'll have to.
every single day, I'm like, you know, I'm not a terrible person. I will never be an awful person.
No.
Brene is one of the worst people to ever exist in life. And so I'm just like, whoa, like we really dodged a bullet here. But
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's my niche social media thing for the week, to wrap up pop culture. Oh, one more thing. Christy, I'm gonna teach you a new Gen Z slang word almost every week we do this, okay? For
Okay, well,
2026.
you said mukbang, so why don't you tell me what mukbang is?
So a mukbang is like okay, so it's like a you sit down. Have you ever seen those videos where people have a bunch of food around them in videos and they're just eating and talking and stuff like that?
Nope, never seen those before.
Oh my god. You need to sit down. So it's a video,
I have
it's a
puppies and
like
kitties in my algorithm and browns.
so mukbangs,
Baby.
people just kind of sit around. They eat a bunch of food. Like they can eat food from a bunch of places, and they just go to town. So yeah,
Oh,
so watch a mukbang
so
before next
pretty
episode.
much me every night when I got the munchies.
Exactly, watch a mukbang. Like it's
Okay,
it's worth it. It's worth it. But
alright.
we gotta go. We are so sorry for the technical difficulties. We were not trying to speak over each other. We just had a lot going on. We just had a lot going on, you guys. I
It works
promise.
out.
I promise. Please tune in. Follow us on the Inside Edge Network on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Follow us at Jersey Chasers on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok. We're doing a lot of stuff this year.
Did you
We're
say
gonna get a lot more
Spotify?
episodes. Yes, Spotify.
Okay, yeah.
Spotify.
We are everywhere pretty much except for, like, FM and AM radio.
Literally. Outside of the radio, we are literally everywhere. But please follow us, guys. But
Yes.
we will see you next week. We love you. Have a great
Hopefully I'll be
night.
feeling
And
better.
yes, hopefully Christy will be feeling better. I will be sending her all the love in Florida. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next week.